What's going on, y'all? We're going to get started in a second. I'm going to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me just pull it up real quick. There we go. All right, bam. Let's hop straight into it. So we're actually in a couple trades right now. Actually, just in one more trade. This is me and the members of. The last TP just got hit. So we're going to go ahead and notify the members and let them know. Well, no, my bad. There's one more TP. TP5 just got hit. And this was a members only trade from yesterday morning. Just took a lot. As we can see, we hit like TP3 multiple times here. It was stuck in this box, struggling to break this wall. Then it finally broke through it after a retest of our entry. And they're very similar to gold. We hit a couple TPs off gold. That things were tracing. It's about to hit SL, but honestly, we were in drawdown on this trade. We blinked at our entry and blew a little bit, but after the retest, it exploded back up, and we hit, and then we got quick 200 pips, and now it's retracing, just like the other USD pairs. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's coming down to this 4-hour level I had marked off around 1748, 1747. But it was staying at this level of price for a while. Again, I broke this down with the members yesterday. I had a few videos I dropped for them, so they understand what's going down. But went for a quick buy there, caught some pips before we retraced, and the USD CHF finally broke this wall right here and is continuing to push up. So we're going to let that do its thing for now, and we're going to jump into some other charts to see if we can jump into or find any more opportunities for today, especially for the stream. Wasn't streaming yesterday. Has some stuff going down, holidays, all that good stuff. But we're back to it. So AUD USD, we're tracing down just like we see gold, and I'm pretty sure if we go to the indices is going to be doing the same thing. Look right there, huge red candlestick on US30. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the same thing on NAS, SPX, etc. We can already see on the daily how the candlestick is turning red. Then we zoom in here, we see price doing the same exact thing that gold's doing. Gold's, of course, is a little bit more extreme, but literally all the USD pairs are dropping down right now, which is usually what kind of happens. Price will begin to do some stuff right before London. So we're going to see how this candlestick ends, and of course, how the London candlestick starts and ends as well. But we're going to leave the USD pairs alone for now. Let's look at Euro USD. As I say that, my bad. All right, let's see. The Euro GBPJPY, it hit the daily zone earlier last night and rejected offerings pushing up. So let's look at just to see exactly what is going down. So let's zoom out. All right, so if we're looking big picture, it's been pushing up. You can say it's bullish, right? It's currently on top of a strong support resistance level that we can see. Whoops, let me zoom in so I can click it. I'm not trying to zoom in and zoom out. This one's good enough. All right, let's do it. So we can see prices on top of a strong support resistance level. We see when price hit it here back in June, harsh rejection down, then a couple of more times harsh rejection down. Then later on in September, same thing. Then we see in October, beginning of October, price do the same thing. Then when it hit this daily level, which we can see right here, was being treated as a strong resistance, but now been treated as strong support, exploded up. We caught some buys here. We've been catching some sales there. It's kind of been ranging in this box right here. So we could potentially see price push up to at least 145.20, 145.40. So we're just gonna keep an eye on it. For right now, it is kind of too far for entry, but it is at a wall. So we're just gonna see how it reacts to either one of these levels, and then we're gonna go from there. But for now, we're just gonna leave that alone. We don't really have no high impact news going down today, so this is gonna be a standard trading day of just patiently waiting for setups. Euro New Zealand, as you see, it's been at a nice downtrend, but we can see prices been pushing up, and it's kind of did a repeat here. So there's a strong level of price here, and level, excuse me, and level of traffic that caused Euro New Zealand to react the way it did. Then we see the past 4 candlesticks with huge rejection wicks off the daily time frame, just like we can see rejection wick right here, and then we see these 2 candles close right underneath it. But looking at the daily, we can also see that price has been dropping. So if we do enter this, it would be probably a scalp setup, because on the smaller time frame, I do see a scalp setup. So it could come to potentially like 66.90 to 67.10-ish. So we're going to see what the London session, the next 2 candlesticks look like, next to 15. And then we're going to see, we're going to jump into that. We're just going to keep an eye on that, but it is looking pretty good. There's a small wall here, so if we can break that wall, then we can definitely, if it breaks that wall, showing signs that it definitely is trying to push back up. And if it can try to push back up or show us it is, when the volume picks up, we can potentially break these other walls, thus catching pips. So we're just going to keep an eye on that and see what the next couple of candlesticks look like. Euro AUD kind of in a repeat here. It's already pushing up and kind of hit one of the lower price I wanted to see it hit. It's already pushing. So it's at a good entry right now, but again, I don't really like to enter trades until after London session starts. So we're just going to let that do its thing for now. It's similar to Euro New Zealand, standard scalp setup. We see price multiple times react to this level here. Then we have this nice wall here, so this is the most likely, if it can break this level, it's most likely going to come to at least here, the middle of the zone, if not the daily zone, before it either retraces or it's going to continue to break through. Thus, we'll be able to catch some pips, but it's looking like a good buy setup. We see there's a nice wall right on top and underneath this daily zone where price literally just been chilling there for hours. Because again, this is the 15-minute time frame. So, every 4 of these candlesticks is an hour. So it's really just been chilling here for a long time. And when we go on the 4 hour, again, just like Euro New Zealand, nice 2 rejection wicks the past 4 hours, pushing price up. Yeah, we got 2 minutes until London starts. We're just going to let that do its thing for now. Euro CAD, a little too far. Looking like a nice buy setup, but we're going to leave that alone. Now, Euro CHF, again, similar to all the other breakdowns, on a strong level, strong support resistance level. You can see the support level here. We can see these rejection wicks. You can see the resistance level here, support level here. All these rejection wicks pushing price up and closing on top of it. And if we keep going to the left, we'll probably see the same thing. So price is currently rejecting it, but we can see price off this wall of price right here erupted up. So again, we're going to wait for the next couple candlesticks to see if price is going to continue to push up. If it does, I can see it most likely hitting this level before the first huge rejection. But if it's showing signs it wants to drop back down, we could possibly look for a sell setup. Possibly. So I'm just going to mark these off. I don't like that color. We'll do that. Just marking these off as a reminder. But yeah, so let's take a deeper look at how price is reacting to this wall here. Again, we see this daily zone, the rejection wick. After that rejection wick, price just made a nice little staircase up. And also this level I marked off, you can clearly see why I marked it off now. You can see how price is reacting to this level multiple times similarly. And it's the 4 hour time frame. You can see it here. And then we can see it even here, all the way back in July. So like I always tell the members and my students, price always repeats itself. You just gotta know where to look for. Where to look at, I should say. So still not valid enough to enter a sell setup. So again, just gonna be watching. But I do want to try to mark a wall off here. Let's see. I'll just mark this off for now. Yeah, so we're just gonna watch and let it do its thing. Let's keep going down on the list. So far we're gonna be looking at Euro New Zealand. Then that thing's pushing up. And your AD is too. Man, so we could have entered those in the candlesticks. It was all good. We're gonna let that do its thing. And we're gonna go down the list. So GG, I'm looking at a possible buy setup. Maybe if it can break that level. Because the past few days, price has been kind of pushing up. And it is currently on top of a strong support resistance level. And we see the past day was a rejection wick after price drop, closing right above this 4-hour level. Just like we see rejection wicks doing the same thing here and here. We see it happening again. And even on this candlestick, it did drop down, hit this level, rejected back up. So price can continue to do so. We could potentially look for a buy setup here to catch a decent amount of pip, about 20-30 pips. Yeah, but these things, okay, they were tracing back down, which is fine. So we're going to try to enter off the retest. This thing erupted. Yeah, we could have entered this. This thing started moving quickly until the other Euro pairs are just pumping right now. But they could, but this is a wall right here. So it's either going to break that wall or it's going to retest down. But these things are going crazy as of now. So we're going to see what the next 5 minute does. Those things started pumping early. Alright, so we're just going to let that do their thing for now. GBPUSD is dropping. So let me see what the indices, that's dropping. So that's going to the daily zone, which is fine. So we're going to see how it reacts to that daily zone. SPX and stuff. These are dropping past down 4-hour level. Everything's broken a couple walls. Huge drop. Everything's still dropping. My question is, will it continue though? Because there's a wall right here. But if we can break this level, we can catch a crazy amount of pips. Yeah, so we're going to let these do their thing, and we're going to wait to see what the next candlestick looks like. Yeah, but I do like how they're looking. GPAD, we're going to leave that alone. Just going to watch that. That thing's dropping down. Yeah, so we're just going to keep an eye on these pairs right here and see what they decide to do. USD is dropping. What's up? We'll see, because price is still overall very bullish. Now, of course, the trend could change, but as of now, still is very bullish on all pairs. So I do want to keep that in mind before just jumping into something. JPY is breaking back under. So we can stay underneath this level. Let's see what the next candlestick looks like. But we could jump in for a sell here, depending on how price reacts. Now, if it does a full move, it's going to be a 1 to 6. But as you can see here, just simple back testing. And what yesterday did, most likely we'll hit the middle of the zone. And then from there, we'll have to see if volume can continue to let it do its thing. But GP pairs are for now. Let's go back to these. Which one was it? Was your New Zealand and UAG? Okay, the 5 minutes we checked in a little bit. Yeah, damn. Yeah, those things started quicker than I expected. Could have jumped in on that. Would have been up like 20 plus pips each trade. What's up, it? Let's go back to JPY. It's kind of just chilling there right now. Yes, we want to see what the next candlestick. So it's trying to break this level. So we're going to see how it reacts to this level and what the next candlesticks look like. See if we can jump in that. Maybe cash dropping as well. We caught a sell on this yesterday. Didn't hit all TPs. It hit like, I think TP3, TP4, something like that. Let me pull it up. Let me see. 80 CAD, we caught 21 pips. Sure, 30, mean the members caught 14,600 pips. USD was 17 pips, but as we saw, it has pumped up even higher. Let me see if there's another TP. No, I missed the last TP by like 3 pips. But let's go back to. So it did break back under. So we're gonna see what the next candlestick looks like, and this could be valid again for a sell. If it can stay underneath here. I like how it's looking so far. So we'll see. It didn't hit SL. It almost did. It came back down. So the trade is still valid from yesterday. But if I recall the signal or re-enter, would have been what the next couple of candlesticks look like. So let's go back to SPX and see how that's been doing. Yeah, so it's just been chilling there for now. Let's see here. The euro pairs are just pumping. So I want to see what the next candlestick looks like. I want to see if it's going to keep erupting. In a perfect world, to retest for us. I didn't expect them to explode off like that. We could have been in those trades. It's all good. GBPJPY is still trying to break this wall right here. There's like a wall right here struggling to break. So we're going to see if it can do so. But so far it is. GJ is dropping as well. So we're going to see how it reacts to this level, of course, before we decide to jump in. Put the wall up. Put it right here. Yeah, we're just going to wait. This is what the other JPY pairs are doing. Got some New Zealand JPYs dropping down as well. See what this is up to. That's pushing out. Okay, so looks like the USD pairs are just dropping. That's reacting off that wall. Yeah, that sucks right there. This is all good. It's still early in the day. It's going to be a couple more opportunities. And I want to jump in on the indices, so I really want to just wait and see what they decide to do. Like I said, it is very bullish looking at the bigger time frames, but also looking at the bigger time frames, we are climbing up. As we can see, a huge imbalance to the left. Now, we already did the retracement for the 50, so I would like to see it climb and hit the daily zone today before we see another retracement. That's what I honestly like to see. Let's check out, see what US30 is up to. Okay, so it did that drop the last 15, but it's still respecting this level, which is a good sign. So we could look for potential buy setup here. I do like how it's looking. It has built a nice wall on top of the daily zone. It hasn't really touched the daily zone since it broke above this level, which is interesting. It could do so. So I would like to see if it will do it. But if it starts to push, we'll jump in maybe. Oil, I was looking at that. I think I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Kind of nice sell a couple of days ago. Caught like 400 pips. I think it was Wednesday. We caught this huge dump right here. Hit a few TPs, retraced, tested off the daily, and after we test off the daily, that thing, as y'all can see, just ripped. Went crazy. We've been catching some nice sells on oil. But as of now, I'm going to let it just retrace, maybe look and see what it does when it hits that 4-hour level, but it's not at a good entry right now. These euro pairs going off. All right, so let's see what AJ is. AJ's continue to dump. It hit this level. So we're going to see what the next 15-minute candlestick looks like. And it looks like it's going to continue to try to drop down. We're going to jump in on that. I do like how it's looking. Yeah, so I'm going to get this idea written up because I do like how this is looking. It's doing a reaction, so I want to see if it can break through it the next candlestick. Let's see what GJ did, though. GJ's retracing up. That's retesting off that level, that wall. We see you got here as a strong resistance turn to a strong support. So if it can stay and respect the level of support level, we can see price continue to climb up. Let's see what the 30 is doing. Kind of want to leave it alone until it's the daily zone. Fill the gap up. We caught this buy right here. It's climbed up a little bit higher. Fill that gap up. Now it's retracing. Wick pushing up. US30 pushing up. Yes, I want to look for a buy setup and I want it to continue to push up. So let's see if it can do so. So let's zoom back in. You already know what it looks like on a bigger time frame on the daily. I'm going to keep an eye on this. And we're going to see what the next 15-minute candle can do. Now, I could do a retest. We do have this imbalance, but like, I don't know if that counts as an imbalance. And it's built a crazy wall right here. Past 3 hours just been chilling here. Possibly could mainly do with the holiday yesterday and the banks being closed. Still pumping. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if it's gonna retrace or not. The next candlestick, and then go from there. And then we're gonna watch and see what GA does, because kind of just on this 4-hour range, lower price, and it's kind of just gonna wait to see which way it wants to break out of. It's kind of in a box right now. We're gonna let that do its thing for now. GBPJPY was dumping, is pushing back up as well. Let's see what GBPJPY's up to. Wait, no, was it GBPJPY? Which one was it? Okay. So I can just rip past that level. So I just did this candlestick as well. So I'm going to see what the next 15 looks like. Because there is a wall right here. But if it can break that, then we can definitely catch some pips. I'm going to see how the next candlestick reacts. Put the stop loss like right here. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, so new 15 just started. I'm going to see what that looked like. So far they've been green. We're going to go back to these pairs too. See what's going to retrace for us. But if not, we're just going to leave it alone. Unfortunately, we missed that entry on it, so we're just going to leave it alone until it does retracement for us. Okay, we're back green. US30 looks like it's about to try to push that level. I'm going to look for some buy setups here. I might look for some buy setups. Let's see what AJ's up to. AJ did break that level. AJ did break that level. Kind of like how that's looking. So the cash up to. Yeah, US30 looks like it's trying to push. So we're gonna see how it reacts to that wall right there. Then we'll go from there. SPX. We can possibly get in a trade off this level right here. Possibly catch like 1,000 pips minimum if price continues to push up. So it's like right on this wall right here. Kind of the stop loss, just like that. Yeah, I like how those are looking. Yeah, let's try and break that wall. Did retrace. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to drop. Let's see though. Alright, so we can see how price reacts to that level there. Looks like US30 is about to break that wall. USDX broke the wall. Yeah, so I like how these are looking right here. So we had a wall right here, but it's really tempting to try to break it. Yeah, I'm into this. I like how this is looking. If I can find it. So we're gonna see. It's trying to. So we're gonna wait for the next 5 minutes and see if I'm gonna jump in on this. It's 5 pips away from my ideal entry, so I could just adjust my lot size to it, or just acknowledge that. I do like how this is looking right here. I think I'm trying to move. I think working. And so stop loss for this, I got it at 98. You say 98.60. Because it's not at the ideal entry, I'm not going to post this in the Telegram because very much unless it retraces and off the retest, I might post it, just like usual. But I am trying to jump in on this right now because it's trying to push. So we're going to see if it can do so. But it is a wall right here that we can see right here. So most likely going to do nice retest because it hasn't done a retest yet. But I do like how that's looking. These are trying to pump as well. AJ looks like it's trying to continue to push down. So I kind of like that. GJ looking a little bit different from AJ. But just looking at AJ, I do like how Let's go into bigger time frames to double check something. Yes, underneath a strong wall right here. Rejected a level, was trying to pump down, but if it's on another wall, daily. Yes, we're gonna wait and see. It's retesting right here. So we're gonna see how it reacts up that retest. US30 is trying to break that level. Yes, we might look for some buy setup too. Gonna still wait though. Pushing out. Yeah, so just showing at this wall. So I wouldn't be surprised. Well, we got 3 minutes in the next 5 minutes. But this is ideally what I like to see a retest. Then it break and dump through that if we can do so. GBPJPY is pumping up. There is a wall right here. So we're going to see how it reacts to that wall. Yes, we're going to wait for the next 15-minute candlestick. And, excuse me. We might jump into some trades. Yeah, so this can stay above this level and break through that wall. We could potentially catch like 30 pips minimum on this. Do you like how that's looking? Yeah. Little scalp setup there. GJ broke back above this level here. So we can close above this level. It's most likely going to push up. Let me see if that affected AJ anyway. So AJ still underneath this level right there. Yeah, so USDC is just, USDC is just dumping. Let me see if USDC just doing the same. USDC just is trying to. It's still at this wall here. Yeah, so it hasn't really moved anywhere yet. So the next candlestick is either going to be a rip, breaking this, or it's going to be a retest. So that's what we're going to be waiting on. US30 did just break that level. You see ESTX did the same thing. ESTX is close. So again, we're going to be waiting for the next. We got a new 5 minute about to start in 1 minute. Ideally, we'd like to wait for the next 15. But if we can break those levels, then we'll possibly will go for the buy setup. Because again, everything is bullish. But there are some walls and some imbalances being climbed up that could cause a retracement. And this is a big zone right here. So let me go on a bigger time frame. Whoops. We got a level traffic right here. So we got a level traffic here that could struggle to break. Around 47. So we'll mark that off right there for now. Because of the first place, we can see the first real rejection or price struggle to break. This is a good sign here. So let's see what the next candlestick looks like. These are retracing, which is good. Yeah, so we'll see what that retraces. And we're going to see if we can jump in on that. GU is looking nice as well. Like how GU is looking. So let me get this written up too, just in case we do enter this. So do like how that's looking. So this one stop loss would be about 50 pip stop loss. Nothing too crazy. Okay. So the new 5 minutes started. Definitely a good sign. So I'm going to get these trades written up. SPX is hitting that wall right there. Yeah, so I'm going to get these trades written up. US30 app is attempting to push again. So again, it's either going to retrace after this or it's going to dump back up. All right, time to those that did enter when I said. So I am blue right now. I am up like a couple pips. So it is pushing right now. So y'all enter, y'all should be blue as well. Again, we are at a wall here. So kind of hit the first TP already. And like always, when TP gets hit, at least one of my TPs is either going to reject or break through. So keep an eye on your charts. If this is your first time on my stream, make sure to click the first link in the description. I have a free Telegram where I post my trade ideas, London and New York session every day. Just posted the disclaimer. So y'all should be doing this trade. But again, new 15 is going to start in 4 minutes and we could see retracement. So keep an eye on your charts. But enough of that. I want to look at these right here. I like how these are looking. SPX is reacting at that level like normal. 30 USDX. I want to look at USDX, SPX, and US30. That's the one I want to look at. Gold, I'm gonna leave alone. I want to hit that daily. I'm that 4 hour zone before I mess with it. We missed this opportunity. It is what it is. You miss stuff all the time. Not really trip about that too much. GP is just pumping right now, so we might look for a buy setup there. Yeah, so it's just GBP pumping right now. It's been very interesting. Like the past couple of days, or at least a few times this week and last week, I've been noticing around like 4 a.m. GP pairs just been pumping, just going stupid. That's what happened yesterday as well, or 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. But that could work out in our favor for some buy setups. So I'm not going to be complaining. Just acknowledging. I don't like that color. There we go. So we're going to wait and see if GP CAD can break that level. And if we can break that level, we might look for a buy setup there. Just out of curiosity, let's go to AD CAD and see if we see it doing the same thing. So again, GBPJPY and AD CAD are showing that they want to drop, while GJ and GBP CAD are showing that they're pushing up. So not all the time the correlating pairs move exactly the same, which is why I always say don't just immediately jump into a trade or blindly jump into one. Go on the chart, do your analysis before you jump into anything. And just like a couple of days ago, Euro USD was showing bearish until the news came out, but GJ was showing and it exploded while Euro USD was like stuck in a range consolidating all London until the news came out. And we can see that on this one. This was a setup right here. They were looking at the previous live. And then Euro USD is it marked up? Let's see. Yeah, one for this sell right here. But right now, just like the indices, everything is bullish, even on the bigger time frames. And Euro USD and GBP USD are looking like some good buy setups. So I'm going to get the stuff written up, and we're going to wait to see what this candlestick looks like. That's about to pop out in about 10 seconds. So out of curiosity, let's look at these pairs. I'm just going to leave those alone. We got enough pairs to look at. So we can look for a possible GJ buy, possible AJ sell, 80 cash dropping again. That's looking tempting for a re-entry. This is green right now. Let's look at GPSD here too. So it didn't close above that level. It's still stuck underneath that wall, but it could try to break that wall. This candlestick. US30 broke that level, and it's right there. So let me zoom in so we don't miss anything. Let's see what SPX is up to. So I'm not going to enter this yet. Let's see what USD is up to. Yeah, so it hit a couple TPs and rejected up. Just like I told y'all, but look, it looks like it's about to try to drop again. Definitely a possibility, but we're going to see it. But it did exactly what I was talking about. That's what I was saying. Keep on your charts. See a nice rejection wick up, so it could continue to drop down, but again, it's going to have to break this level and continue to drop that way. And you can see it's trying to, you can see it flickering red and green, but again, it's struggling to do so. So we're going to go back to that. I'm going to make sure I'm not missing. Yeah, so it's looking like it's about to try to push up as we speak. Yeah, so I like how I just turned red. Yeah, so we're gonna still wait for that. Okay. Yeah, so we're still waiting. So I think this dropped. So let me see AJ. Yeah. So let me get this written up. And so it looks like it's about to try to drop. I do like how this is looking. So the stop loss for this is going to be give me 1 second. Yeah, so stop loss for this is going to be 93, we can say 93, 95. And I'm gonna get the TPs written up and stuff. Let me see. So I do like how this is looking right here. So I'm gonna see if we can stay underneath that level though. I say it's gonna be 93, 95. So not even too crazy stop loss. 93, 95, about 30 for stop loss. So we're gonna see if we can break through that level. But it's kind of reacting how GJ is. And my markups for GJ is showing the price might go up. And AJ is kind of reacting similarly, but it's also pushing more. Interesting. Yeah, so now that's dropping down. Yeah, so it continues to do this. Again, I'm still going to just wait for confirmations. It is bullish overall, but we do see price retracing down, so it could be reacting to those imbalances on the bigger time frame. Let's see. Sure, 30 is retracing heavily right now. Hit that wall right there. Yeah, so the past few weeks and the past couple months, the indices have been doing huge pumps, but as of recently, the past couple months and this month actually, the past couple weeks, I should say, definitely been struggling when making these new highs. Definitely got to acknowledge how it's been struggling. Oil's doing a nice pump up, so I like to see gold pump down. So we're going to see how oil reacts to 79.60, 79.65, and we'll decide from there if we go for a buy or a sell. So we see this rejection wick. So Euro USD and GU are showing that they want to push up still. Okay. Now these are getting. So I'm gonna wait for it to push up. So I do like how that's looking. See like how that's looking. It was dropping down, and then once the new 5 minutes started, now price is trying to push up even more. See like how these are looking right here. Yeah, so we're going to try to drop down again. Looks like it's attempting. Let's see what the other pairs are up to. The pairs are still pumping. AJ looks like it's trying to drop down again. Yeah, so I just like how GBPJPY is looking. Usually I try to match them up, but this month, honestly, the pairs, like, they still move similarly, but a lot of the times I've been noticing this week and the past couple weeks, they're also like starting to want to do their own things at the same time. I do like how this is looking here, at least in the smaller time frame. Strong wall here. Broke this level. If we continue to push past this level, we can definitely catch some pips here. So we're just gonna wait and see what it decides to do. Wheels pumping up. This stuff's pumping up. Yeah, I like how these are looking right here. Yeah, I like how this is looking. So let me get these written up. I like how this is looking. So give me 1 second, y'all. So gonna be right underneath this level here. Be about 20. You say 2060. 2060. Yeah, sell for this one would be 375. Yeah, so it's currently at a wall. It's on top of a wall. Looks like it's trying to push up, just like the. Let me see. Yeah, so we got a new 5-minute about to start. So let me see what that looks like. This is looking good right here. Do like how this is looking. SPX not looking, and USDX kind of looking a little bit different. NFT's kind of doing their own thing, but I like how Euro USD and GBP USD are looking. Not gonna lie, they are currently trying to pump up. Yeah, so I'm gonna write these up, and then GJ did a nice rejection without that retest. So I like how I did that there. I like how I did that. So it's trying to pump. We got 5 minutes left till this 15 is over, but that is definitely a good sign. So my stop loss for this is 67. We say 167.50. Yeah, so it's at this wall right here. You see where these wicks are. It's at this wall right here. And we also look to the left and see how price is reacted to the same level of price. And that's also where price failed to break the previous 15-minute candlestick. But that rejection wick is a good sign showing that it wants to push up. So I am about to write this up as well. Yeah, I do like how that's looking. And we see AJ kind of reacting the same way. But AJ is still showing a sell setup. The GJ and the other GBP pairs are showing primarily buy setup. Yeah, so NCs, I'm gonna let them do their thing still. And if I don't like what I see, I'm just gonna wait till closer to New York for those. He's still pumping, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. Yeah, so this thing's dropping. So those that are in here, I'm gonna type the TPs and stuff into the Telegram, so make sure to click that. About to post that stuff right there. So 9, 16. Yeah, so we'll wait for the next 15 to see if we want to jump into some other trades. So let's go back to these real quick. Let's take a look. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait for gold to do its thing still. Yeah, so those are following the indices. Still respecting this wall though. Yeah, so I'm just gonna wait till and see what the next 15 looks like for those. But I do like how those are looking. And GJ is still trying to break that level. Let's see what the other JPY pairs are up to. Yeah, so we see CHF JPY looking exactly like GJ. So we do have this wall here. So we can break that wall. Let me change the color on that so I don't get thrown off. So we want to see. Again, this is the buy idea. I haven't entered this. But based off the way GJ is acting and CHF JPY, we could possibly jump into something like that. Yeah, the price is definitely trying to break that level there. So from where price is currently at, 167.50. Really a 50 pip stop loss. This is more like a scout setup, the way my box is ranged out. So we can definitely catch about almost 20 pips minimum if price can break this wall here. We can catch about 20 pips minimum, which is not bad. All right, so starting off red. All right, let's see what the other pairs are doing. That's still pumping. That's doing a retest. But it's under this wall now. So what I see right here is pricing underneath this wall, treating as resistance. So yeah, I like how that's looking. Definitely like how that's looking. You can see our prices literally tapping it. It's trying to break through it now though. Take a look at a GBP CAD. Yeah, I got you. I did oil. I don't know if you sent that message for either of these before or after, but I did both, but I got you. So GB cash at a strong support resistance level. Got that at around like 61, like 61.60, 61.70. So I'm waiting to see if it can break that level. We see it trying to push up, but you can see it's also at a hold, and we see the past 2 days how prices closed and rejected. Just waiting to see how it's going to react, if it's going to dump or attempt to break over that. And then oil, I'm going to leave that alone until I see how it reacts to this 4-hour level around 79.55, 79.60, and see if I'm going to go for sell or buy setup. Indices, still waiting. They are overall bullish. There are some imbalances they're climbing up and some imbalances that need to be filled. So I'm just watching to see if it's going to do so. Now, GJ was looking like a nice buy setup. It's retesting this wall, so we're going to see how it reacts to the wall. Most likely, we're going to see some action in the next 5-minute candlestick. So we're just going to hold off and wait on that. AJ is kind of in this box right now between these two orange lines right here. Still looking like a sell setup as of now, but it's just stuck right there, just struggling. 80 CAD looks like it's trying to dump as well, which is interesting. Again, Alex is into SL, tapped it, but it didn't break through it. But as far as me posting it again, I'm gonna wait a little longer. The USD pairs, EURUSD is trying to push, but GPUSD is dropped. Let's see what the other GP pairs. I'm gonna pull this up just so I can see out of curiosity. Might consider looking for another GP New Zealand sell. It's kind of just been all week just bouncing. But it's kind of created some huge levels of traffic at the same time. So I might leave that alone. But all the GP pairs after they did that pump are now all dropping down, which is interesting. GBCAD still stuck at that level, so we're just gonna leave that alone for now. Yeah, Garcia Joe's trying to dump on us. So yeah, let me go ahead and what's that shit? So I want to get the TPs written up. And we're gonna go from there. Mercy enough down. So we got a new 5-minute. About to start in about 15 seconds. I want to see what that looks like. Yeah, so their USD is dropping as well. So USD pairs are dropping. Create a nice wall here. I want to see how the US30 reacts to the daily level. If it breaks past this level. Let's go back to SPX. SPX looking like it's trying to drop. Oh, there's no problem. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, not much really going on. Pretty slow. It's not. We're probably gonna have to wait until closer to New York. But all week it's been kind of slow. There's only been like a handful of pairs that's really been, doing something, and then the other pairs have kind of just been bouncing. So they're kind of just ranging right now. Yeah, so USC is pushing. Yeah, I'm about the TPs up. I'm just trying to look at some other pairs. So GJ just did a nice rejection wick again. So off of that, I want to enter. Off of that, I want to enter. I'm not going to lie. Off of that, I want to enter. So this one's about a 50 good stop loss as well. Nothing too crazy. So we're catching 20 minimum. 20. Let me not say 20 minimum. The goal is to get 20 minimum if we can hit this wall right here. Let's say 20. So this one's going to be only a members only signal, but of course you're in the stream. That's just one of the benefits of being on it. You get both the member signals and the free signals or free trades all live. 167.50 is going to be the stop loss. So the first TP, I haven't written them up yet, but the first TP I want to see it hit. It's kind of there right now. We're going to be 168.05, but we want to see how it reacts to that. So the next one's going to be 168.10. So it's kind of floating at the first TP. Let's see what USCHF. So USCHF still struggling to break that wall there. We want to see if it can do so, though. And let's look and see. Yeah. So let's see what CHF is talking about. All right. So if GJ can continue to pump up, that's going to cause this to most likely continue to pump up. And this is looking like a nicer and even bigger move. So we could potentially catch even more pips here. That's the idea, at least. So let me just write quickly the first TPs. There's a lot of pairs I want to look at. So we're about to hit TP1, y'all. The official TP1. So that's looking good right there. That thing's calling Euro CHF, struggling to break that wall right there. But if it can break that, oh wow, that thing just spiked up. Oh well, trade still valid until SL or TP gets hit. Not tripping about that. We did get the first TP that got hit earlier, so that's all good. Let's see. Got the GJ. Did we hit the first TP? We're like one pip off, or we might have hit it. So let me see. Let me see. Yeah, we hit the first TP. Yeah, we're making some money, y'all. TP1 just got hit. TP1 hit. And I'm still posting TPs for USCHF. It's just a lot of stuff going down right now. So I'm trying to make sure we don't miss a beat. But price is pumping as we speak. Doing nice. Doing good for us. You just hit TP2, which was awesome. So this should be making up for USCHF anyways, if y'all did enter late. But we see is rejecting. So we're just going to let that do its thing, of course. Like I always say, trace valid until SL or TP gets hit. You see the USD pairs dropping. Once the gold continue to drop. Let's see ADJPY go too. That's pushing up. CHF Yeah, I like what's going down right now. So I think we just hit TP2. Yeah, we hit TP2. So TP2 just got hit. So y'all making some money right now. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. I like how CHF is looking too. Just because it's 5 minutes left to the next 15, I'm not going to enter this until the next 15-minute candlestick. But I do like how this is looking. And this one will be a free signal if we do enter this. But I do like how it's looking. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I like how that's looking right there. All right. So call like 5% CHF. Of course, it's struggling to break that wall, so we're going to really stay underneath this level and break past this wick right here and this wall of price. We can definitely catch some more pips going into New York and later, of course, into London session first. GJ is pumping up, floating at TP2. Like I said, we can catch 20 pips minimum. We've already caught 15 out of those 20 pips in literally like 5 minutes. Like I said, this is going to be a scalp setup. Usually the JPY pairs, at least GJ is like 100 pips, 80 pips stop loss. This is just a 50 pip because again, the box, the range I'm looking at is a little bit shorter. And yeah, so quick setup there. But if price can continue bullish, we could possibly catch more pips, and we, I'm gonna post this trade for CHF but for now, just gonna be chilling on that. So we're in two trades right now. Real CHF and GBPJPY. Both of them hit TPs, but we're currently floating nice and blue just on GJ at the moment. Yes, I want to see what the next candlestick looks like. So I'm going to stay on for the next candlestick just to see what it looks like out of curiosity. And then I'm going to hop off for the stream. I'm going to be dropping some videos. Well, I'm going to be recording some videos and got some videos. Might drop one this weekend, but if not, I'm going to have some videos lined up to drop next week. Not just trade breakdowns. I'm going to do some more trade psychology videos as well as trading plan videos and trading mindset videos, whatever you want to call them. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Again, make sure to hit that first in the description. Join free Telegram if you're interested in what all these lines, why I have all these lines, why do I trade like this, or just interested to learn how I trade or see the charts. Click the links in the description. I do one-on-one mentorships as well. And let's see here. Yeah, so that thing's doing a nice rejection with 2D downside. That's what we want to see. Hitting this wall right here. We're currently underneath this wall again. Not a surprise. We're currently underneath this wall. I want to see us break this wall at least. That's what I like to see. And so this is above this level. Hasn't broken this wall, but I do like how it's looking. So we're gonna wait to see what the next candlestick looks like, and then we might jump in on this. So let me go ahead and get this trade idea written up. JPY entry, so entry 147. So stop loss for this, I'm looking at like 146. Let me say 146, 65. Why not? 146, 65. So we can drop this down a little bit. Because I like to round down a little bit. So we can do that. That's good enough for me. Yeah, so we're going to see. We got about 20 seconds to the next 15-minute candlestick. That rejection is a good sign for us. I would still like to ideally see it close and break further past that. Out of curiosity, let's see what he was doing. Yes, this is unfortunate. We could have been up like 80 pips this stream with these two combined. But like I said, you missed some. It's all good. Let's see. GPAD finally broke that level. So we missed the entry on this too. How many pips up is it? Yeah, we missed that entry on there. That sucks. It's all good though. So GJ is still pushing up. Well, just attempted to push up. This is pushing up. Yeah, it's pushing up, and if it stays trying to push up for the next 5-10 minutes, don't be surprised when you see me post this trade idea. And I'm gonna see y'all next week, y'all. Hope y'all had a good week. Indices are dropping. Scratch that. No, they're not. They're trying to. Let's see. Your USD still trying to push up, which is interesting. Yeah, so GJ's about to. If GJ can treat this as a support level and continue to push up, we can catch some more pips. And then now we see all the JPY pairs following suit. Yeah, so I failed to break this wall that I marked out earlier in the stream. And you can literally see price lately for the whole hour we've been on stream. Failed to break that level. Now it's pushing back up to the daily zone. So we might be seeing some JPY buys today, the way things are looking.